Alright, Dave. Taking some video of Jay's brand new board here. First one. Jay spent a good amount of today, Monday, putting this thing together, and just for you, put some nice pink LEDs on there. And right now, let's see, what do we got underneath here? Let me just try to do this the best I can. We've got the Pico Bone underneath, mounted as a cape board, and see the three relays there, and the big resistor for charging, the on-off switch. Right now we have where the reed switch would go, just jumpered. And then the same two LEDs are populated right now that carry over from Ned's original design with the brick versus input power versus brick on. So we've gone through most of it. Definitely needs to do another spin of it because there's some issues with some of the pulsing for whatnot. Let's see if I can get the remote here. You can see like the LED blink when I do that one. What's the other button, Jay, that does the?
It's this one here.
Input. Yeah, there you go. The two different channels for the IR. And then he's got a jumper. Hold the input button, it'll turn the bone right off. If we hold it down right now, but that's not how we'll do it. We'll actually read the input and then do a soft power off. But that's another hardware reset right there. If we need to just completely power cycle the bone, that's instead of the reed switch, you can do that with the remote. Say I just turned it back on. So that's working. You get that all debugged. But the chrono dot, got to rework some circuitry there for that. The DC to DC converter versus the linear regulator, the regulator versus converter, that whole circuit works as far as one power, regulator doing the power when it's soft powered off, and DC DC converter doing it when it's the other way, when everything's fully on. And we measured with after soft power off, it's only between 10 and 20 milliamps worst case. It showed 0.1, 0.010 on our meter, so it's somewhere between 10 and 20 milliamps during standby. So we'll be able to survive for many weeks when we're turned off, when we're powered off. So battery charging seems to work, all the traditional stuff. So when I turn it off, that's why the LED's not blinking. But the four LEDs are on the front here. There's like 5 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one over there, and the IR receiver. So this thing will be up kind of on an angle or whatever, I guess this way facing down when it's mounted in the enclosure, so that we can pick up all those LEDs and IR. Tried the IR from like 25 feet away, works fine. So so a lot of the risk was removed today. He's got a button here for programming that's right there for turning on programming mode of the IR chip, which is right there. And there was a issue with the way the transistors were laid out for the outputs or something like that.
Yeah.
Had to redo those.
The
pads versus reality. So yeah. So he's gonna respin it, and hopefully, sooner than later we can get one of these, the very first one working. So I'm gonna shut up and download this to YouTube, and you'll have at least seen the first board. So it's good stuff. See ya.